J Drone here. What's going on, guys? A little bit of surface collecting. That hole there is where lots of snow was in last time that I wanted to dig. It still froze tight. It did rain, as you can see. There's ice down here. This is just surface collecting. We're gonna go over to the spot that we were actually digging last time because I have all those rocks set up on that large rock. See what they look like after a hard rain. It rained 2 days ago. All right, so this is the rock that we had set stuff on. You can see the larger stuff cleaned up pretty nicely. This is neat. Pretty dark color to it, but then you can see the stuff that I thought may have been clusters literally just fell apart. And there's tiny points in there. I'm gonna salvage through this and maybe I'll be able to find something decent out of it all, even over there. So that's what it would have been, just literally clumped apart in my book bag, melted. There's a decent sized point that's in there. So I've started digging exactly where we were last time. As you can see, we do got crystals. This is not a cluster. The ground's still frozen. Joy. Makes it so much harder. So I just took a big chunk. You can see how large that is, right from there. And you can see the crystal right there. There's more crystals in it. You see the frost all over it. It's ice cold. This is frozen. Same method. We're just gonna let it sit out and then we're gonna pick at it. Pulled this out. You can see the crystal right there. There's a couple other crystals in it too. Even this bottom piece is crystal, but it's not super clear and doesn't have nice structure. This large piece though has a couple nice spots on it where it was forming crystal on it, and that came from that hole right there. Just pulled this big guy out. It's not a perfect crystal, but it does have nice fast formation up top. If we look down bottom, we have decent stuff down there. This, I don't know how a lot of people would perceive this. I absolutely love it. Obviously I like to come out for the super clears, perfect structure and everything, but this is very nice. Again, you can see even a point of a facet right there. So it definitely is like half of a point. Then it goes into a rock, and then it has a little bit of structure right there too. Gorgeous piece. All right, guys, I'm at a different spot. I'm kind of prospecting here. You can see a crystal right in front of my finger there. You can see crystal formation on these rocks. If you have a good eye, let's see, zoom in there. It's all crystal formation in there. Even on the underside of this rock, all crystal formation. There might be a seam of crystals that run through that. I'm not too thrilled about digging with that overhead though, because if that comes down, it's not gonna feel too good. Now that is a score. I don't know what the back's going to look like because it's all frozen and whatnot, and there is no sun down here. But look at that. That is a score and a half. Do you see that color? Do you see that color? That's peanut butter. So if we look at this, we lost it. Zoom out. Where are we at here? Where's my clump? Right there. That's what we want to look at. We have crystal here. I think there's more crystals in there, but if we look over here, there's probably gonna be crystals in there. It just sucks that this stuff is frozen. It sucks so bad it's frozen. But if we start pulling out big stuff, it's not even gonna matter. You can see the frost on it. You should be able to see that one facet right in the center. It's just loaded with crystals. There's so much material right down there, and show you what we're into. That's what we're into there. I literally have to get underneath it and pop it up to be able to get it. It sucks that it's frozen because I'm going to be leaving with a lot less crystals because it's stuck in the material. Completely different area. Gave up on that area. Just kind of moseying around and check it out. That's a nice crystal. That's a nice crystal. Looks like might be slightly damaged on that facet, but happy to have it. So this is all we recovered today. Stay tuned, watch the video. J Drone here. So we're back out here. This was where lots of snow was. That's what I'm getting towards. Gotta get towards that color. It's kind of eroded down. Shouldn't be too much further. You can see back there we're getting to it. Gotta get rid of the top soil, which is like black coal. So I got my first piece, laugh worthy, right? It's super small, but that's a good sign. I've actually pulled like 3 or 4 mason jars of crystals out of this area, and I think we're just getting back into what we need to start chucking them out. Tiny stuff so far, nothing big. And again, just for reference, show you what I'm digging in. It's this orangish color type clay, type sandish material. So I just took a boulder from out of here. Let's see. There's seems to be some crystal content that was underneath it. This, again, is not huge, but it's a little bit bigger than what we've been finding. And I see some, or no, that's just another rock. There's probably some more stuff in there that we're gonna dig around and get at, but you can see that it's a little bit bigger than what we've been finding. And our little plate up here, getting some on it. You can see the size of that versus the size of those. So we're coming into better stuff. Considerably bigger than the first one we pulled out. Still small, still jewelry size, but this stuff is dumb clear. Other YouTubers will say water clear. J Drone says dumb clear. Just pulled out that little cluster right there, and I just pulled out this handful of dirt. You should be able to see the facets in it, so we're getting close. It's just hit and miss, and when you start hitting, keep going in that direction. Just to show you, you can see that facet there. I think it's actually a double. You can see a piece up there. I haven't pulled it out yet, but to kind of show you what I'm doing, I survey a little bit in there, and I'll pick with that tool, and then if I'm not finding anything, I'll start chopping, and then have a look at what I chopped. And as you can see, there's definitely something good in there. That shining facet is what we're looking at. Now it's not shining. You can see it kind of glowing. Getting bigger. This spot here is actually where I pulled out one of my bigger crystals that I've ever found. Should be able to see this, all those facets in there shining. Really don't know how to hold it. This should be shining on camera. Sometimes the camera doesn't pick them up, and we just dropped the clump, which I didn't want to do. We just pulled those two right there out of it, and we're gonna see what else we can't pull out of this. I think we found where we need to be in our hole here. We are getting there. I'm hoping to pull out a nice chunk. You can see our hole has gotten considerably larger. Hopefully you can see that there. It just transitioned, and our pile has gotten bigger. All right, guys. Little haul, nothing crazy. These are gonna be basically jewelry size points. Got one or two a little bit longer, but nothing super crazy today. You can see our hole, if it'll transition, I think it just did. Got considerably wider and deeper. We might just walk over and check out another spot really quickly. So we're at a different spot. You can see I got clusters just laying out here. Stuff that I'm not taking home, stuff that I dug up when the ground was actually frozen. We're gonna go over there and just see if we can't sift around a little. Definitely was worth stopping over here. This stuff has high iron content and another mineral too, but that's a nice complete point right there. Way bigger than anything I found other spot. What you see here is from the first spot that we were digging. The second spot we're gonna hit. All right, guys, I believe this is like part 3 on this spot. Just to show you some of the stuff that we were digging out here last time. Maybe that's not a good piece to show you here. I mean, lots of crystal stuff just laying here. This is kind of what I would consider my tailing pile. See stuff like that. There, wait, bam's up. Nope, that's only a half piece, but that's still pretty cool. So I'm in the right spot. So hopefully today we find more of what I found the last time I was here. And again, that's a half a piece right there. Because clearly we are definitely in the right spot. So I have yet to even start digging. And we got a decent sized point far left. One in the middle that just moved is all right. The other two are pretty small. In there is where we got that point from. I've just been kind of clearing away dirt. You can see at the bottom of my feet from this area, and this is what's come out of it. So we just yanked out this tabby. This is complete. This is not broke. It has a little buddy on the side, and I think another one somewhere, but there up top. But this is a complete crystal. It's just super flat. And pull out the small cluster. Try to get in here and show you, which I don't know if you're gonna be able to see or not, but like right above where my finger is, let's try to focus on there. There's some good quality content in there. That's where I'm gonna be picking. There, you should be able to see some of the crystal formation in there. Even on the side here, if I pan it this way. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Look at all them crystals on there. And I don't know if this was a cluster and it decomposed and now it's just the crystals, but we're gonna pick at it and see what we can't get, because it is breaking apart rather easily. So that's what's intact. I don't know if we'll keep this or we'll leave it here and let the rain wash it off. We'll decide that later. Just pulled this rock out. This was what was in the dirt. I believe, let's see, it was in there. So actually I'm working below's the hole, and we're actually working above right now. Pretty awesome small that just came out. It's like 4 points that grew almost in a circular. Again, it's small, but I think it's awesome. My big thumb's in the way. Just to show you again what you're looking for, you see what's shining in there? That is the facet of a crystal. There are crystals above it just as well. If we look down in here, you really can't see down there too well. There's actually facets in there, but right there you can see those defined pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and get those out. Starting to get into Cluster City here, and if you can see that orangish color, that's what we want. Maybe we can start pulling out some nice points. We did pull these out, but clusters are starting to come out. And this is why I come out. Surprise, surprise. So what I did, our hole's down there. I popped that piece off right there, and this is just littered with crystals underneath it. I don't know if this is a cluster or what it is, but we're gonna clean it up a little bit and see what we got going on here. So what it looks like we have is a rock that in sporadic points there, and there started to grow crystals. I don't know what's underneath it or not, but this will definitely be coming home as well. Right behind where that rock was, this was sitting. And if we could show you, there's a point sticking out right there. We have orangish, pinkish clay right there. So we're gonna pick at this. We haven't even dug down there much at all today. We've kind of been working up top. So I think we finally hit a decent spot. We're starting to pull better stuff out. This was basically just to the left of that cluster. We did pull that cluster out, but we're actually starting to pull out some nice points. All right, guys, so we've been working predominantly up there. Bigger crystals have come from over there and over there. I would like to work in there. I'm gonna try to remove this rock here. So when I remove a rock like that, I like to inspect it. So this side here was what was all the way in the corner, has heavy crystal growth. All down along the sides, you have a little bit. So that's where the crystals are gonna be. They're gonna be back in there where this tip was, because again, you can see heavy crystal growth on this. So I just pulled out this long, I'm gonna call it a tabby. It has all the faceted sides besides the back, but the back is a solid facet. So obviously this top piece and the sides grew crystal structure, and this side just stayed flat, which is pretty neat. So I just got this out. We're gonna try to pull some stuff out with you on camera because I see stuff. Let's see if we can get in here. Come on, camera. There. Nope, since I moved my hand, it's going to change. Let's see if we can go this way. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this. It looks like there's something small on top of it too. We'll go ahead and grab this. Maybe. It looks like, there we go. Grab this. I think that's all we'll grab for now. There's plenty more in there. But let's go ahead and try to clean this up with one hand. So there, we don't even got to clean that up hardly. That is a double trouble point. You can see point there. It has a little buddy next to it. We'll just go ahead and set that there. Another double trouble, much smaller though, with a tail of crystals on it. And I think that's about it. So this is that bigger double trouble that we just pulled out. You can see it's pretty clear. It has a little bit of staining right there, but not bad. Finding stuff like this kills me. That would, dude, if that was a complete point, that would have been huge. We have some stuff here I didn't go through yet. Some facets on it, just oddly crystals grown kind of together. I didn't go through this stuff. So as you can see, I pulled out a lot more rocks. That long rock was here. We just pulled out this rock, which is covered in crystals. Come on, focus. Really? There we go. It's covered in crystals. You can see the facets shining by my hand a little bit better than other places. And attached to it in mud was this healthy cap, another long tabby, and a short. tabby. So I pulled out some monster sized pieces of quartz with some nice facets on it. I think we have a big point. Let's see. Try to focus in here. See about it. Right there. See that? So we're gonna try to get that out. Well, it wasn't the type of point I was thinking of. Today must be a tabby day. My goodness, I'm pulling a lot of tabbies out. It's like a twin tabby. Have a look at that. Kills me. I want a solid point like this, but I mean, I think I'm taking it home. It's pretty cool. We're gonna try to pull some out on camera, which you're looking at is right there. Just try to wiggle. Yeah, that'll come out easy. So we have, I guess, like a cluster, a combination cluster here. So I think what we have here is a decent point. I'll try to clean off. There you go. Now you can see the facet. Hopefully that's a big one. We're gonna try to get that out. Not super long, basically just a cap. Nice one though. Just yank this one out. You can see we got clusters galore. My bag's gonna be heavy. Hopefully you can see that against that wall. That's crystals in their natural environment. Those shiny little facets. Just yank that out. It's got a little buddy on it. That one below it, it's a little bit rough. And again, you can see all the stuff that we're gonna have fun taking home. And I'm leaving lots of stuff too. Monster cap. Sad it's just a cap. If that was a point, man. Right, here it is, guys. This is the entire haul. Is that really large cap. Really nice. We got a bunch of other stuff here. This one I think has rainbow on the inside of it. It sure does. Should be able to see it. There it is. Just go ahead and go through them. We have some nice smaller clusters. Where's the one? This one. Little spike ball here. Tabbies out the wazoo. This one's pretty cool. Focus. Focus on my hand. There we go. Has like two coming out that side. Has a defined point on this side. Got nice ice cubes. Then over here, this stuff was in clay. These are going to be really nice display pieces once they're fully clean. This one's pretty neat. Spiky, spiky, spiky. And then over here's the bigger stuff. This is that big point. As much as it grew into a point, you actually have almost double faceted. You can see it started to grow just like it was growing on top on the bottom. Really nice. And then the back is just a little ugly, but that's the way it came out of Earth, and I'm very happy to have it. Over here we have another almost cap, a larger piece. And we took some of these home just because I think it's just how it was growing. You can see the two little guys on the side there. I don't think all of this stuff was actually points at one point. I think it's just how it was growing on the rock. Again, the double there, and then goes into like a cavern. It's really weird. Alright guys, that's how you do it. This was 3 days, man. 3 days of prospecting, once with the ground frozen, and then another for a half an hour where we found this guy. And then today we were out for about 5 hours. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down below.